nah, no. See, we was cool right before he hit the fence, but he hit the fan when I got him down at the bench.
Yo, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Real Will here with Just Like You podcast, and I got a special guest. We're gonna discuss self-love, how to love yourself when you don't even want to love yourself sometimes, you know. So I'm gonna let her introduce herself. Also, she gonna share where you can find her her videos, information, and business, and all that good stuff. All right. So, go ahead.
My name's Ari Lorraine, and I am a model as well as a personality. I'm a full-time college student. I go to Cornerstone University where I study broadcast communications and digital media. You can find me on Instagram at @theAriLorraine. You can put that on the screen.
It
right?
will be on the screen and in the description.
And then TikTok, Ari Lorraine, Facebook, Ari Lorraine. So, yeah.
Oh. All right, so we're gonna get straight to it. Self-love, right? Define self-love, and what does it mean to you?
I think self-love means taking care of your well-being in whatever way that means for you, because it's different for each person. So.
Cool. So when you talk about self-love, has there been a time in your life where you felt like you wasn't worthy, like you didn't love yourself? And if you can share, share that experience with the listeners and the viewers.
Yeah. So I think there was a time where I didn't really know that I didn't love myself the way I should, because I didn't know my worth. And by that I mean that I was allowing things to happen to me that, I wouldn't allow if I actually loved myself, or I actually was taking care of myself or thinking of myself first.
Right.
And so there was a time where I was in a really toxic situation, and I'll just say, like I said, I just allowed things to happen to me that
shouldn't have happened.
That shouldn't have happened.
So people can defeat your self-love. So you can have self-love, love yourself. You got dreams, you got vision, you got plans, but then you allow, it can be a boyfriend, girlfriend, family member, cousin to join or be a part of your life, and they end up causing, some type of...
I don't think that person caused that. I think that was already in me.
Okay.
And I didn't really take the time to take care of myself the way I needed to, because I was always thinking of that person instead of myself first. And so that caused me to, I'm like, oh, well, they didn't mean it that way, because, they're going through this, and well, what are you going through?
Right.
I didn't stop to think about I have all this stuff going on, but I'm still worried about this person. And that's okay to care about other people, but you have to care about yourself before you care about other people.
So do you believe men struggle with self-love?
Yeah.
Even though we're so tough, we try to be tough.
I think a lot of men try to hide it, but it's universal. It's not just a women's thing. I think it's more common for women to talk about it, and men they're not like, oh, we struggle with this too. Sometimes I feel like I'm ugly, or sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough, or I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, but women are more open about that.
So do you believe social media is causing people not to love themselves because of comparison? Like this person's light skin, I'm dark skin, he got color eyes, or this person's video is doing better than my video. Now, I don't know if that would destroy self-love as far as your confidence. Yeah, it will destroy your confidence because you're comparing yourself to this person. So how did you handle comparison? What steps did you take to overcome comparison? Or you might still be dealing with it just a little. So
I think just knowing that there can literally only be one you. Nobody else can be you. And so you can never completely compare yourself to somebody, because it's you have something they don't have, and they have something that you don't have. And that's just reality. You can't be like, oh, You can admire people. I think there's a difference between admiring somebody and comparing yourself to them. Because I admire people on social media. I'm like, oh, she's pretty. Oh, I like her outfit. But I'm not like, oh, I wish I looked like this. Because that just leads to a lack of confidence and a lack of self-love, self-worth. Just knowing that you're unique in yourself. Because being somebody else
real.
Just having that mindset, that's the only step I can really talk about.
So with that toxic relationship or whatever happened, what steps did you take to overcome, what you was dealing with at that time? Mm-hmm. How did you get free, pretty much?
I guess just realizing that what I was going through it was avoidable. I wasn't going through it because I guess I don't know how to word this. Ask the question again.
No, what steps did you take to overcome? Because you're here now. You're here now. It's a better you than it was, not like literally yesterday, but you know what I mean. When you was going through what you're going through, and now you feel more free. You feel you can help people. So what steps did you take to overcome that? Because most of the times when we're dealing with something that's inside of us, it's hard for us to pour out into others. So for you to be able to be on social media, being a social media manager, starting your show, going to college, dealing with you got a relationship, what's helping you to stay focused? You know what I mean? And what helped you to overcome that to get to where you are now? I guess you started loving yourself more, right?
Yeah, I did. I started to kind of put myself first because
that's the key.
I was always putting that person first, and it's draining to do that because especially when they don't show up for you. And so putting myself first, I realized that you have so much to offer. You have so much, you're worthy of this. And I think that's, like I said, it's just a mindset change because you got to change your mindset before you change your actions.
That's true.
Your actions will follow that mindset because you're thinking like that.
We almost done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh
no, go through. You good, man? You good.
I
know how to edit out. You good. Okay, so makes sense. So one more question before we end this. We got a busy day. So we didn't want to make this podcast right here long because I know where we are. We are in a luxury place right now. Y'all don't need to know the location, but just know. But anyway, so do you believe taking small steps, small celebrations? For example, if I'm a social media person trying to build influence online, but I'm comparing myself, what are ways that I can move forward, and celebrate the small wins, you know what I mean? Because sometimes it's hard to celebrate the small wins. We just want to go for the big wins.
Yeah.
We want to go for the 1 million followers. We want to go for the big business. We want to go for the money right now. But we're not even celebrating making $1, $5, or connecting with one person, like me connecting with you at the mall, or, and how that can help me, help my channel, help you, help, whatever. So those small wins, how do you celebrate small wins?
I just make sure that I'm always rewarding myself. I'm telling myself, oh, I'm proud of you because you did something that you said you were going to do and you stuck with it. And so I think making sure that you celebrate yourself at all times. Even when you feel like what you did was small, it's still important because celebrating yourself keeps you going. If you set a goal and you achieve that goal, set something after that goal that you're going to give yourself. Maybe that means buying yourself something from the store. Maybe that means getting your nails done.
Doing something.
Set a reward for yourself at the end of each goal that you set and you reach.
Cool. So we're going to end this podcast right now. So we was dealing with self-love. Hopefully we can come back. Probably not to this place because there's a lot going on in this place. We're going to have to come on a Sunday where everybody's in church. No, I'd probably be in church too. But anyway, so self-love, love yourself, celebrate the small wins, Anything else you want to say before we end this to encourage the viewers?
Let me think of something. Hold on.
All right, she's thinking. So this is episode 7. While she's thinking, listen, like, subscribe, view every video. Yeah, you know, it's
Okay.
real will.
My last thing would be to make self-love a priority. If you are the type of person that makes a schedule or whatever, schedule time in to spend time with yourself and take care of yourself. That could be anything because it's different for different people. Some days you might need to show yourself tough love because tough love is not exempt from yourself.
I agree.
So some days, like my version of self-love is like, you know, you got to get up and do this. You have to, because this is going to make you better. And so make it a priority, put it in your schedule, and that's all I have.
One more thing. Do you journal?
Yes.
Explain journal just a little bit.
So I actually found this girl on TikTok that she came up with, I don't know if she came up with it, but she showed it. It's called Pivot and Prism. And it's like a Bible study journal type thing. And so you pray first, then you ask God, you know, give me a vision, like what you want me to do, how you want me to move, and then accountability. So when do you want me to do this thing? And then testimony. So you give like a testimony either from that day or the day before. And then prism is you read a psalm a day. You read like 3 chapters of whatever.
Oh wow.
Whatever book in the Bible that you want to read, and then you read a Proverbs a day, and then you do the SOAP method, which is you read a scripture, observations.
That's a lot of work.
What's the A? Scripture, observation.
It's one of them A's.
One of them. Basically, application. You apply it to your life, and then you pray after, and then you meditate on it, and you journal what you got from the chapters or the verses, and I do that every day. Yeah.
Journal. So, anyways, all right, y'all, we out of here. We gone. Let's go. All right.